All right, we're here in Moab for the Easter Jeep Safari. I'm here with Henk. He is with Rugged Ridge, and they've brought out this badass JL with a whole line of new products that we haven't even really seen at SEMA, maybe a glimpse of it, but now it's here in the flesh and ready to hit the rocks. Henk, can you tell us a little bit about what we're looking at?
Yeah, absolutely. This bumper, the Arcus Bumper, you've maybe seen it. We had one piece on one of the shelves and it wasn't really visible, but we showed to a couple of people. This is the first one, it's coming out in May. It's stamped steel, so it's not cut and fold. Our new horns on here that handle two sides of D-rings, as well as you can throw over the loops and shackles. Our new chop brackets that are coming out in a couple of weeks. Probably going to be about $150 price point. Obviously you're familiar with our Elite headlight guards and our hood catches. Our tube doors are now in production and available at retail. Specifically obviously for the JL, thicker tubing and very nice closing mechanism. And then on the rear we have our mount, as well as a heavy duty wheel mount that actually can be angled or straight. Our Spartan rear bumper that has sensor provisions in it, which you don't see a lot on bumpers these days. So whether you have or don't have, it fits.
So actually what I'm really interested in, I'm looking at this tire carrier for the tailgate. How big of a spare can we carry on this thing?
We have tested it mil-spec to 40-inch wheel and tire combo.
40 inches.
Yep.
That's amazing. Now, is it always going to be angled back like this, or is this like something you can position?
No, you can position.
Okay.
Yep.
And is it essentially about the same height as where it would have been on factory, or is it a little bit higher for more?
It went up, and for 40 inches you do need to have an aftermarket bumper with provisions for the tire, absolutely.
And I see you've been able to reincorporate the backup camera into it.
Yep. So it just slides on, and it's a housing, protective housing for the camera as well.
Awesome. So looking over here, even at the rocker guards, is it safe to assume these are all bolt-on application like all your other stuff?
Correct. Bolt-on, we try to use manufacturing mounting points as much as possible. Very little cutting or trimming. That's our goal. So most of our products, 95% of our products or more, are really just bolt-on.
Fantastic. I noticed you also have this light bar. You had mentioned something to me about this earlier, about you have two different styles of light bars.
Correct. We have a mounting bracket that's going to go behind the hinge. You can do a full bar on this, and then there's a mounting system that goes on the cowl here, and you can do like small cubes or anything like that.
You know, so I see that you don't have your snorkel on here yet, but definitely there are a lot of people asking about that. Is that something we hope to see soon?
Yes, absolutely. Late summer, it will be ready in the retail. The tooling is being made right now. We did a whole, what you saw at SEMA was a very quick, rapid prototype.
Sure.
We actually went back into clay and actually molded the right way. And tooling is being done. First units that we will see will probably be in about 60 days. We'll test some, probably hand out one to you and some other people to kind of get some in-field testing.
Very cool. Thank you. I have you on tape saying that.
I know. and then we will production in late summer.
Awesome.
And then the nice thing is we're simultaneously working on one for the JK.
Awesome. That's
so
great.
So that style, and that will probably be a couple months later, but that is people have been asking for it.
Well, I appreciate your time. Thank
Absolutely.
you so much.
Thank you.
One of the benefits of being out here amongst all the condos where everyone stays at, you get to run into people and products and vehicles just like this. Wait, one last question. The lights. So there are a lot of people who've been asking about the lights since SEMA. The DRLs that you guys are going to have here, that's still in production?
That is in production. We're actually we're going back to manufacturing, developing one uniquely to us, and that will be available later this summer. So you will have the chop bracket, then you will have a chop bracket with the DRL on it, and then that same DRL will be used in a new fender setup that we'll show at SEMA.
Awesome. Perfect. That's what I needed to know. Thank you.
You're welcome.